Welcome back to the Glitchless Speedrun tutorial for Nicktoons Unite. Part 3 will go over the game's first level and actually dive into the run proper. Please be sure to watch Part 1 and Part 2 before if you haven't already. How this guide will work going forward is I will walk you through the normal glitchless route of the level step by step. Along the way, if there are any differences in strats for one player, multiple controllers, or co-op, I will point them out. After that, I will walk you through the New Game Plus glitchless route and point out any major differences. With that said, let's get into it. Remember to start from a fresh reboot of your console. Starting with normal glitchless, select New Game. The game will tell you it cannot detect a memory card. Select Continue without saving and start the timer. Begin mashing the start button to skip the first 3 cutscenes. You can stop mashing once the loading screen for Jimmy's lab appears. You will enter Jimmy's lab before starting every main world in the game, so the following strat can be repeated each time. When the level loads in, quickly push the left button on the D-pad to switch to Danny and start mashing A, and then hold up right towards the portal. Once you get close to it, start mashing B to enter it. The results screen will appear and you can start mashing A to advance it. The loading screen for the Ghost Zone prison will appear, and after it, there is an unskippable cutscene that is about a minute long.
As you rot for eternity in the Ghost Zone prison!
After the cutscene, you'll be presented with your first set of text boxes. This next strat is important to remember for text boxes without voice acting. After a few seconds, the A button will appear in the corner. You want to press the A button to advance the text box on the first frame it appears on screen. Do not mash the button, as the game will have to recheck that the button was pressed and it will buffer your inputs, which is much slower. Before the text boxes, if you hold a direction on the left stick, the gate will open early. Otherwise, after the gate opens, start pressing A and holding around down left. As the camera changes, move left and start pressing B once you get near the box ghost. Press A when it appears so the door will open. You must defeat 7 ghost rats to progress. There is 1 in each bed, so attack the beds, then attack the rats as they phase in. Because some of them like to move too far away from where Danny can reasonably hit them, I like to switch to Timmy and attack 2 or 3 beds at a time so he can reach the rats if they appear. Work your way down the other side of the room, taking out the rats. After the text tells you you're done, make your way back to the box ghost and press B. The door will open and you can make your way forward. After the grunts appear, hug the wall as the camera changes. Platform up to the lever and then pull it to open the next door. Keep moving forward while avoiding the enemies, then make your way up to the left ramp so you can slam jump the button and open the next door. Keep moving forward until you see the ramp. Once you get to the ramp, you want to switch to Timmy and shoot the button with the star flinger. Shoot a couple of times just to be safe because it doesn't always activate on the first hit. Here we have our first trick that can be rather tricky at first. You want to bounce off of this wash cart in such a way that you can move around the wall so you don't have to wait for it to move all the way across the rails. After hitting the button, you can switch to Danny or stay as Timmy. I personally stay as Timmy because his smaller hitbox seems to work more consistently for me. There are a couple of ways to set this up. You can stand next to the back left corner, jump and then move just so you're right on top of the corner. Or you can run and jump when you line yourself up with this corner on this tile on the ground so you'll be right around the corner of the wash cart. Once you're on the right spot after the initial launch, hold up and slightly to the left. Once you've cleared the side of the wall facing you, you should get a good feel for when you've passed the wall. Once you've cleared it, hold directly right. If you made it, walk over to the lever and pull it. You can try this 2 or 3 times before you're losing time. If this is too hard, there is a slower and safer option. After shooting the button, run over to the lever on the ground next to the cart and pull it. The cart will start to move, and once it is past the cage, you can jump onto it to bounce into the other side of the cage. Then pull the lever to open the door. Jump down or switch to someone who is close to it and pull the lever next to the cart to get it to start moving again. As Danny, run past it and stop around here on this line. There is a ghost that will attack you, so try to shield, stun, and kill him to get him out of the way. Once the cart starts to touch you, jump on the edge and bounce up to where Goddard is. Pull the lever so the platform will rise. The grunt on the other side will typically throw a fireball in your direction, which if you jump down right before it hits the ground, you can jump again right after to clear the wall. If he doesn't throw the fireball, wait about a second to jump. Make your way through the next hall while avoiding the enemies. Once the B button shows up over the ability pod, start pressing it. After the text box, Danny will be able to overshadow enemies. A couple of ghosts will spawn. Run towards one of them, shield his attack, and while he's phased in, slam jump him, then press B to possess him. Move through the lasers, then once you're past them, press B to exit, then again to pull the lever. Make sure the ghost is far enough away from the lever so you don't actually repossess him. After the cutscene, grab the life if you need it. Head towards the next cart while avoiding the enemies. Pull the lever, then move to about this line on the ground. When the cart gets near you, jump on it and bounce over the gate so it'll go down. While the cart is making its rounds, clear out the enemies and grab the coins to be safe. Same thing with the last gate. Make your way forward while staying somewhat close to this wall. Once you see an opening down the slope, head towards it. Here you will have to kill 2 waves of guards. Right before the first one attacks you, grab the damage boost then shield him. Keep your shield up until they've all attacked you. While they're still phased in, you can either hit them and kill them instantly, or do a slam jump to stun them. This can be a safer option because your teammates like to attack the ghost before you, which will make them phase back out. After both waves are gone, head towards the gate. You might get near it before it goes down, so jump over it if you're close enough. Head up the ramp, then head left down the road. Once you get to this opening, fall down to start the boss.
This is my prison. I make the rules. You boys are never getting out of here.
Walker has 3 moves. He will first stomp his foot on the ground, creating a shockwave that will hurt you. Jump over it or shield it with good timing so you don't waste too much power. Walker is vulnerable in between stomps, and you have a few options to attack here. Option 1 is to stand around this distance away from Walker as Timmy and just spam A. Option 2 is to get close as Danny and press A in a rhythm so only his first punch comes out, which is faster than doing the whole combo. Personally, I'm partial to the last method, but the others are worth trying. You can get about 3 punches in before he stomps again. After a while, Walker will go into the background to summon guards. Here I like to grab the power up in the cell that Walker's standing on so Danny won't run out of power, because possessing one of the guards and using them to attack seems to do more damage to Walker. Sometimes your teammates will kill the guards or they just won't spawn at all, so if this happens, don't worry. I like to clear out all the other guards before Walker comes back so Danny won't auto-lock onto them. When Walker comes down, he'll dash forward then stomp in 3 directions. He always does this and stomps in the same spots each time, so remember where he'll stop last. After the last stomp, you can start attacking again. If you didn't possess a guard, just repeat the method from earlier. If you did possess one, face towards Walker and mash A. If there are still guards, you may have to move the stick to aim towards Walker, or you'll have to swing the attack around to still hurt him. This fight ideally lasts 3 cycles, which isn't hard at all to get. The character you finish the level with will be the one you start with in the next level, so press down on the D-pad to switch to Jimmy before the cutscene plays. After the cutscene, press A and then select continue on the next screen. That goes over the level normally. Now let's go over differences in New Game Plus Glitchless. For New Game Plus, you will have a memory card in the console, so you will pick Continue and then the Ghost Zone Prison from the menu. Start the timer after you select it. Follow what I laid out earlier for normal until you get to about this part. Here, since you already have the phase shift unlocked, just make your way towards the gate and walk through it as Danny while you're phased out. Continue as normal until you get to about this point. The wash cart you can actually make easier by switching to Danny and floating around the gate. Play normally until you get to this part. You can skip getting the power because Danny already has it. Avoid the enemies and just walk through the gate while you're phased out. Continue normally until you get to this part. Here you can actually get over the gates a little bit earlier if you phase out as Danny and float over the gates. Keep playing normally until you get to this part. Here you can pick up the damage boost, and because the enemies are phased out, you can switch to Danny and just instantly kill them. Play normally until you get to the boss. For New Game Plus Glitchless, we're actually going to be using SpongeBob for most of the bosses. SpongeBob's bubble bombs just completely shred through enemies. You want to stand about this distance from Walker, and when he's not stomping, just spam bubble bombs. It'll completely destroy his health bar. When Walker stands on top of the cell, you can actually go to the left portal next to the cell. Jump onto it as Danny and float over to the top of the cage. Walker will be phased out, and since Danny can phase out too, he can actually attack him while he's in this state. If you don't end up doing this, just repeat what I said with SpongeBob and his bubble bombs. Typically in between each stomp, you're going to want to get out 2 or 3 bombs. Although if some of them aren't coming out, you're going to want to back up a little probably. And if they are coming out but they're not hitting them, you want to scoot forward a little bit. If they do come out and they don't explode, pick one up and throw it at him. It's also important to remember that if he ever grabs you with his tether, you're going to want to shake free with the stick and buttons. And again, switch to Jimmy after the boss is over and before the cutscene plays. You don't actually want to worry about taking over the enemies because SpongeBob's bombs actually do more damage than attacking them as the ghost. A good time I would say on average is around 9 minutes to 9 minutes and 30 seconds on console. Because loads are slower on emulator and PS2, I would say at the very least you want to aim for under 10 minutes. That was the first level. Next time we'll talk about Haunted Amity Park and we'll talk about how RNG can actually affect the run starting from here. Thanks for watching and I hope you tune in next time.